And I'm not telling you that one game is going to determine the season for the Los Angeles Lakers. This is LeBron James' team we're talking about here. We understand that for LeBron James, it's going to take some time for these guys to come together, get in sync, know each other's tendencies, et cetera, et cetera. That is not going to happen easily. It is not going to happen overnight. We know that. We know that. We understand it. We get it. No argument there. But the point is, you still got to do it. And I got to tell you something. Magic Johnson came on First Take yesterday, and I'll replay some sound with that interview we had with him on the show. First Take on every weekday on ESPN from 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to tell you right now, when we look at LeBron James and we look at the rest of the Lakers, can we dissect this for a second here? Number one, your Lonzo Ball, 19 minutes. Yeah, you're just getting back. I understand that. 7 points, 2 of 7 shots. I guess I'd still like to see a little bit more aggression, but I understand. Brandon Ingram. Magic Johnson is sold on Brandon Ingram. In no way am I implying that Brandon Ingram, who used to star at Duke, who was a former number 2 overall pick, cannot play. I know Brandon Ingram could play. I know he has a place on a roster and in the Lakers starting lineup. That's not where I'm going here. But when Magic talks about him being that secondary star for the Lakers, I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying I don't see it, meaning I haven't seen it yet. He doesn't have, to me, that want it factor that I like to see. I see that in Kyle Kuzma. That's why he would be my secondary option. Kyle Kuzma wants it. Kyle Kuzma gets on the floor looking to inflict damage. That is entirely different, ladies and gentlemen, than just doing your job. It's about inflicting damage, putting the world on notice. Here you come. Now, some people don't believe that about Kyle Kuzma. I'm not one of those guys. I believe in Kyle Kuzma more than I believe in Brandon Ingram because I believe he can shoot the ball from a distance better than Brandon Ingram. And that he has that want it factor more than Brandon Ingram. That's what I believe. That's not to say that Brandon Ingram can't play. It's not to say he can't make a contribution. I'm not saying that. But when you talk about a potential star, I see it more in Kyle Kuzma than I do in Brandon Ingram. I just do. And that want it factor is a debate that I get into consistently over the last few months, ladies and gentlemen. Because guess what? Next year, we got the Knicks. They're going to have cap space. We have the Lakers. They're going to have cap space. The two largest markets in the United States of America are going to have cap space. And let me tell you what that looks like. Kevin Durant's going to be available. Kyrie Irving, despite what he chirped about in terms of wanting to stay in Boston, if they will have him, is expected to be available, meaning he'll entertain free agency. Anthony Davis will look to get traded, even though Alvin Gentry has been on the record saying we wouldn't even trade him for Beyonce. And then, of course, you have Kawhi Leonard, who's going to be a free agent, looking to get out. Will he want to stay in Toronto or will he want to move on to one of the LA teams? And we also have Klay Thompson, who swears he wants to stay in Golden State, but there was no extension signed, which means that he is going to be a free as well. So we got Kevin Durant, we got Klay Thompson, we got Kawhi Leonard, we got Kyrie Irving, and who knows if Anthony Davis is going to ask to be traded. That's what we have. That's what we're looking at that's going on. Plain and simple. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. And so when we understand it from that perspective, the question begs, A, who should New York want the most? And who should LeBron James in LA want the most? Because you see, for me, if it's New York, it's Kevin Durant. If it's the Lakers, it's Klay Thompson. It's Klay Thompson.